What's going on, Jerome's beautiful Monday, and it's time to tell the truth because that's what we do, right? And the Vikings are 4-4 after getting a win on the road against the big, bad, low-energy Detroit Lions. They said it can't be done, proving all the haters and losers wrong. It's good times. So let's dive on in. Vikings 4-4 once more. Here are 11 truthos about the 2025 Minnesota Vikings. Number one, JJ was the right quarterback decision. So, slinging Sam Darnold, a.k.a. Seattle's quarterback, just put up 38 on Washington. Loser has to leave Washington. Yeah. But Darnold having an amazing day. It is what it is. But, McCarthy proved everything. Well, first off, McCarthy kind of proved it week one. But yesterday, McCarthy proved just the onions that this kid has. Just grit, determination, and also the post-game press conference when he was talking about, he got choked up, talking about how it was tough last year watching with the injury, tough fighting through the injury this year, missed 5 weeks, and he was right. Now, I love and respect Sam Darnold. I always will, but, some nice mid-season pumped-up fantasy football numbers against really crappy defenses. It's nice. It's all well and good, but when it comes down to crunch time, can the dude pull through, right? And remember, last year, we have so much love and respect. We were ready to go with Sam Darnold after the Packers game. That was peak oil. That was a high water mark. And we even said at the time, the way that Darnold's playing right now, you hope J.J. McCarthy is going to be at that level. And then you had Week 18 against Detroit where he literally had the yips. And then you had the wild card game where he got sacked 9 times. That was a mess. That was a debacle, right? And with Darnold, 0 for 1 in the playoffs. Last year was his first trip to the playoffs. The question is, do you think that he can perform in the clutch? That's what it comes down to, right? Because the Vikings can get decent quarterback play wherever because of Kevin O'Connell, quarterback whisperer. And J.J. McCarthy, you trust to get it done in the crunch. Like you saw that in college. The kid just refuses to lose. And you saw that on Sunday as well. Hey, 3rd and 5, first down wins the game. Otherwise, you send it back to Detroit, and they have a minute and a half to get 3 points. Maybe with the timeout, maybe not, right? And O'Connell trusted J.J. McCarthy to get it done. And it wasn't even like a sprint out where he could run. No, a straight drop back. Fire that effing pigskin. Finding Jalen Naylor back shoulder. Great catch by Speedy. And, boo, ice in the game. And remember, Darnold last year, Week 7, was in a very similar spot in Minnesota against Detroit, where if Darnold, I think he had 2 chances at it, if I remember right. 1 to Jefferson, 1 to Addison on the right sideline. If he completes either one of them, game's over. Didn't get it done. Now, obviously, small sample size, obviously nitpicking, and like I said, I love and respect Sam Darnold. I don't want to see him. I don't want to build McCarthy up by trashing Darnold. But that was the reason why they didn't bring back Darnold. Plus, the contract that Seattle gave him, and it's respect. We'll see him in a couple weeks. We'll see how he does in the big time games. We'll see. But if you need one throw, if you need one drive, right now I'm trusting JJ. There's just something about it. Oh, he had 143 passing yards. Again, fantasy football has completely warped people's sense of what a good and clutch quarterback is. Right, and you can even look back like 60s and 70s. Some of those quarterback numbers. Terry Bradshaw was never a huge numbers guy, but it's like, hey, do you trust them to get something done in the clutch? What about Fran Tarkenton? What about Bart Starr, even though they played for a stupid ass team? What about Roger Staubach? Staubach? Yeah. JJ has it. You need one drive for your season. I trust number 9. Next up, number 2. Kevin O'Connell and Flores still have their back. So O'Connell, despite the end of the game, which if the Vikings had pissed that one away, I wouldn't say it's borderline fireable, but it's one of those things that stick in the back of your mind. Like, oh yeah, just piss poor clock management at the end. I understand Kevin O'Connell's going for the throat. You could literally do that running the ball and keeping you were chewing them up on the ground. Hey, a kill shot just doesn't have to be, oh, look what the quarterback did. No. Dive up the middle with Jordan Mason in that scenario is just as good. So miss me with that. But Flores' defense, that's the most shaken I've seen Jared Goff in a while, as well as Jahmyr Gibbs basically got benched because he could not handle the pass pro. That's why you saw a lot more Montgomery in the second half. Like, Gibbs straight up got benched. And just a great game plan. Van Ginkel is basically shadowing Gibbs on third down. And, the D-line, got after Goof, 5 sacks. Linebackers were fantastic as well. So it was a spot where, yes, I mean, it was very easy to get frustrated early in the season. The defense was very porous at times. Offense couldn't pick up third down, couldn't get it done in the red zone, and it was fair to question Kevin O'Connell and Brian Flores. And then it's like, oh yeah, number 3, it really was all injuries. And this really goes back to Jim Harbaugh's comment about the offensive line. The offensive line affects everyone else on the team. Offensive line affects the running game, affects the quarterback, affects the receivers, and the offense, if the offensive line isn't producing, letting those other guys flourish, it affects the defense, because then all of a sudden the defense is on the field forever. They're back out after 3 and outs. Also affects special teams because of field position. So yes, it really was all about injuries, and notably the offensive line. Now, I know that McCarthy got sacked 5 times. All those aren't on the O-line. Also, some of them aren't running back pass pro. Also, definitely missed Josh Oliver this game, is what it is. But Ryan Kelly is eligible to return this week against Baltimore. Darisaw, Jackson, Kelly, Fries, and O'Neal. Baby. Next up, number 4. Actually, all right, we'll put that there. Put 4 there. Offensive line is going to be elite. So, again, knocking on all the wood. Darisaw, Jackson, Kelly, Fries, O'Neal. Fries and O'Neal were just bashing fools yesterday. They were paving the way in the running game. Darisaw was looking great. Jackson, ticky-tacky hold, but whatever. Brandon was fine. I feel with Kelly, because remember, when Kelly was not actually on the field, he was pretty damn good. Right? So I feel like this offensive line is going to solidify and be one of the best in the league, really hammer down the running game, and really protect J.J. McCarthy. And look really good. Also, number 5, 100% buyers at the trade deadline. So, cornerback will be interesting. Tariq Woolen obviously would look very, very good in purple. Maybe some D-line help, maybe some offensive line depth. I know they've talked about quarterback, bringing a veteran quarterback. But also, I am now hyper-fixated on Devin Achane. Maybe Breece Hall. Because, honestly, I would trade a second-round pick for Achane. And why would the Dolphins trade Achane? Well, he's a running back, as well as they're going to have to pay him soon. Plus, they're not going to be contending anytime soon either. So get what you can for the players who probably aren't going to be around for your 3 to 4 year plan. And Achane, again, I love and respect Aaron Jones, and he looked good on Sunday. He's old, and he gets hurt all the time. Jordan Mason has had durability issues before, as well as just Achane. Adding freaking Achane to this offense, come on, son. Number 6, continue to run the ball, right? And it was so refreshing, especially when Aaron Jones was looking spry in the first half, just constantly getting 5, 6, 7 yards down the field before first contact. The offensive line just having their way with the Detroit front 7. I felt like He-Man. I have the power. It was glorious. Now you can see, that's how other teams feel against the Vikings defense early in the season. But so the run game takes pressure off of McCarthy, because all of a sudden you get to 2nd and manageable and 3rd and easy versus 3rd and forever, as well as you eat up the clock. Plus, there's something just so disheartening about not being able to stop the run. Just you can't do it. Just getting marched on, dog walked. It's just tough, man. Next up, number 7, Grenard legacy game is coming. Like, you lose count how many almost sacks he has. And it isn't a spot of him not wrapping up or whatever. Like, he gets there, quarterback moves off the spot. Sometimes someone else gets him, and they get credit for a sack. Or, like yesterday, the gong show of Jared Goff. So Grenard got illegal hands to face by Mahogany, many leather-bound books. Hopefully he heals up fast too, by the way. And then Goff Houdini acts it, and then Montgomery catches it out on the flat, and then Murph misses a tackle, and then Montgomery gets a first down. Not that I'm still bitter, but Grenard has 2 sacks on the season. He probably should have about 12, right? And that's not hyperbole. It's coming though. Like, he's gonna have a Myles Garrett game coming up soon. Like, he's gonna have 5 sacks at some point, right? And You could say the top 3 defensive players on the Vikings right now. Well, we'll say top 4. Grenard, Eric Wilson, Jalen Redmond, as well as Blake Cashman. That's what it is right now, consistently. Number 8, Cashman Wilson, top 5 linebacker duo. Woo, smooth. So Wilson, 2 sacks, 3 tackles for loss. Cashman, 14 freaking tackles, and that forced fumble against Montgomery. Right now, they're playing above the rim. And with this Flores defense, it asks a lot of the linebackers. You have to be able to fill against the run. You have to be able to drop in coverage. You have to be able to blitz those A-gaps. And your role is going to change from week to week, right? And even Pace, when he was in there, was getting some things done. So Cashman and Wilson, Cashman should be in line for Defensive Player of the Week. Maybe Wilson. Honestly, both of them. Tie. Go for it. Next up, number 9. Jalen Redmond and LDR are the future along the defensive line, right? And love that Hargrave and Allen stepped up. They both got game balls from Kevin O'Connell, but Redmond with the sack and pressures and tackle for loss. LDR got himself a sack as well as blocked a field goal. I love it, man. I love it. Elijah Williams was also in on that field goal block too. It's good, man, because everything starts up front, whether it be stopping the run, whether it be the pass rush, whether it be whatever. And also absorbing those bodies so Cashman and Wilson can scrape free and do the damn thing. That's right. Next up, number 10, Miles Price is the MF in truth. All right, so 99-yard kick return wiped out. But he still had 164 return yards yesterday. Got himself a game ball as well. And it's just a matter of time. Coach Hatt should be facing some heat for all those return failures. Yep. And Price. And now the lazy thing to say is well, he's only getting those long returns because they're holding. No, that's not the truth. But he is a lot of fun to watch. He is dynamic. He's electric. He's everything, man. Also, Hoosiers football is looking good. Hoosiers alumni looking good as well. Right. Also, could we get him involved in offense a little bit? Give him what Rondale Moore was supposed to be on offense. Just like 2 or 3 touches a game. Kind of nice. Lastly, number 11. F it. Vikings will win the NFC North. I said what I said, right? And I know you say, well, what about the Packers? They look like garbage. They lost to the Browns and they lost at home to the Panthers. Oh, what about the Lions? Vikings beat the Lions. They're 1 up with a game on the road, already in hand. Oh, what about the Bears? Bears are frauds. They only won because the Bengals defense is garbaggio. So I understand, the Vikings are 4-4. Doesn't matter. The run started yesterday, right? 2 games at home. Go up to Green Bay, really settle. Hey, Vikings have this great opportunity to go 3-0 against the Bears and then go 4-0 in the division against the Packers, including 3-0 on the road. That's strong. That's super strong. That's what you need, man. So shock the world, but not shock ourselves. McVember is on. Detroit, win. Ravens, win. Bears, win. Packers, win. Seahawks, burn Seattle to the ground, especially Cap Hill. I have issues with Cap Hill. We'll get to him some other time. But 5 games in November. Also, we're doing the winning streak facial hair. It's going to be gross. I want to look like Mr. Miyagi-san at the end. I think we will be. Anyways, that's it. That's at Tell the Truth Monday. 11 truths about your 4-4 Minnesota Vikings. Let us know your thoughts. Our thoughts, comment section. You guys are the best you know what to do. Skol, production value.